Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the words of the Horowitz in the Sefer Mitzvah HaKotzar, and I must go back one halacha that we skipped over yesterday, Kuf Mem Beis, negative commandment, Mitzvahs Lo Yisaseh 142, Shelo Laharbia Chaya V'Oiv Min B'She'eino Minoi. You're not allowed to mate a beast or a bird, one species with another. So you could not have an ox and a horse, for example, mate together. Shenemar, like it says, your animals should not be mixed together, interbreeded. And Chazal said that it's referring also to a wild animal, meaning not the domesticated animal. And also birds are the same. This is something that exists everywhere all the time. Men and women are both obligated to make sure that they do not interbreed different types of animals with each other. Now we are going to Kuf Mem Dalid, number 144. Mitzvahs Lo Yisaseh, the negative commandment. Shelo la'asais tzuras adam afilu l'noi. You're not allowed to make the image of a man, of a human being, even if it's just artwork. Now, what is the pshat over here? Shenemar, it says in the Torah, Lo sasun iti. You should not make with me gods of silver, gold, etc. Everything it says in the verse over there. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, I'm the only God of this world. I'm the only true image that there is, even though you cannot see HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We do not make other images in the world. V'daf ketzor baletes asa. That's really speaking about something where the image is protruding, like a sculpture, a doll or the like. V'im asa leike. If a person would make it himself, he deserves lashes. However, if it's sunken in, it's not protruding, or it's like a portrait that was painted, mutter, then it would be okay. So a painting, apparently, of a human being, says the Horowitz, that would be okay. If you have a ring, a signet ring, that has on it a chosem, has like a stamp of a human being, let's say just even the face of a human being, but letters, if it's sticking out, it's protruding, you're not allowed to wear it. However, but you could indent it into, like, let's say, a wax seal, which is what they used to do very often in the olden days. The king would take a signet ring and he would want to seal something. They would seal up a letter, for example, with wax, and then as the wax was soft, they would stick the ring in there to make the chosem, to make the signet be able to show. So if it's protruding ring, you cannot wear it. That's asa, but if you want to stamp the letter, that you could. However, if it was a sunken in image, then you'd be allowed to wear it because there's no prohibition. But you would not be allowed to stamp or seal the wax with this, because when you press it in to the wax, what is going to happen? So then when you remove it, so the image is going to be protruding that's left in the wax. You'll think about it and you'll understand how that works. You cannot paint or draw the sun or the moon. Shenemar, as it says, Lo sasun iti. You cannot make them with me, meaning all of my servants, my attendants, who serve before me, b'moraim, up there in the sky, you cannot have them pictures together with me. Even to put on a board, a flat surface is going to problem. Even if it's not sticking out. What about drawing pictures of other animals, and pictures of trees and flowers and grass and like on those, no problem. That you'd be allowed to have sticking out and protruding. There would not be an issue over there. Then he says that there's a Mishkan that was built in the wilderness, and then it was built in the Beis HaMikdash in Yerushalayim. You cannot build things that are replicas of that. For example, you cannot build a house that looks like the Heichel, that looks like the sanctuary. Achsadra, nor can you build a terrace that's connected the Ulam, that looks like the Ulam, which would be the entrance to the holy chambers in the Beis HaMikdash. And that Rashi says, Shirachbai esim v'goyve arbaim, it was 20 amos wide and 40 feet high. You can't do that. Chatzah keneged azar, you can't have a courtyard that's opposite or that's corresponding to the court, to the azara, to the courtyard of the Beis HaMikdash. Shulchan, you cannot build a table, but so is shulchan shebeichel. You cannot build a table that resembles the table that was in the sanctuary. U'menorah shamateches, and a menorah, a silver candelabra, shoshiva kanim, you cannot make. B'tzura menorah b'shebeichel. If it's in the tzuras, if it's in the shape and form of the menorah that was in the heichel, because there was also a 7-stemmed candelabra, even though that was made out of gold. But silver, we're going to say, also is going to be a problem. However, if you have a candelabra that is either less than 7, or it's more than 7, or it's not made out of silver, then or metal, matech is a metal, so anything that's metal, silver, gold, of course, even if it's 7, if it's made out of wood, for example, or made out of glass, and there's 7 branches over there, then it would be permissible because it doesn't resemble that which was in the Mishkan. This is something that applies everywhere all the time, for men and for women. Have a wonderful Shabbos. We will continue Be'ez Hashem next week. All the best.